Hi guys, it's Dina from YogaLife. I'll be leading you through some core exercises and back bending poses. From a sitting upright position, please come onto all fours. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Curl your toes, feel your heels pull back. On your next inhale, open up your chest, feel your sit bones tilt up, shoulders draw away from the ears. And as you exhale, round the spine, feel the tailbone lengthen down, hug the belly in and up. Inhale to cow pose, opening up the heart. Exhale to cat pose, rounding the back, pressing into the 10 toenails. One more time. Inhale, feel the heels of your hands drawing towards your knees as your chest opens. Exhale, feel the 10 fingers press forward as the spine rounds. Find a neutral cat with your spine parallel to the floor, curling the toes. On your next inhale, balanced cat, right arm stretches forward, left leg lengthens back. As the limbs lift, feel the belly button draw away from the earth. Feel the belly button draw towards the spine to stabilize you. When you're ready to take your exhale, lower your hand and knee down. On your next inhale, lengthen your left arm forward, right leg back on the inhale. And now moving through breath, can you land your hand and knee down at the same time with more control in the core? One more time on each side. Right arm forward, left leg back, inhale. Belly button up. Exhale, hand and knee lands down. And last side, left arm forward, right leg back. And exhale, hand and knee down at the same time. This time, inhale your right arm forward, left leg back. As you exhale, rounding the spine, right elbow, left knee taps in towards each other, rounding the back. Inhale, lengthen the limbs away from each other. And exhale, elbow and knee come in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Last time to lengthen, inhale. Right hand, left knee down at the same time. Good, and we'll do the other side. Inhale, left arm, right leg back and forward. Exhale, elbow and knee hug in. Inhale, lengthen. Feel the stretch. Exhale, round. Round the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. And last time to the lengthening position. Left arm forward, right leg extends away from each other, belly button up. Exhale, left hand, right knee back to the floor. Good. Start to make your way onto your spine now. And as you're making your way onto the spine, you'll bend both knees, keeping your feet on the floor. Go ahead and grab your blocks, so at least one block is nearby or two. Begin to slowly, using the core, roll back onto the floor. Tuck the chin in towards the throat as you land down. Back of the head is down. Knees are bent. Slide your heels back so that the ankles are underneath the knees. Good. You can take one block now, put it in between your inner thighs. Hugging the block in with the inner thighs. Let your next inhale rise your hips up into bridge pose. Feel your tailbone start to lengthen towards your knees as the spine lifts off the floor, pressing into the heels of the feet. Exhale, lower very slowly, upper back, mid back, low back down. We'll do 3 more bridges on breath. Inhale, curl the tailbone, rise the hips up. Knees are pressing forward. Feel that space perhaps in your quadriceps. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise. Watch sure you're not gripping the toes. The toes are soft. Exhale, lower. Good, and this third and final time, we'll go to restorative bridge. So as you inhale, rise, take that second block, slide it underneath your sacrum, the lowest part of your back. Block has 3 different heights. Play around with what works for you and your spine. Once you find a comfortable place, let your arms begin to extend out like the letter T or maybe cactus arms. If that's not comfortable for your shoulders, just let your arms relax beside your body. Feel the rise and fall of the chest and the belly up and down with the breath. Inhale, chest opens up, belly button pushes up. And as you exhale, feel the belly button drop down and the heart tether back into the chest. One more breath here. If your arms are extended out like the T or cactus arms, lower your arms back down beside your body, palms facing down. Good. From here, we'll go into a modified version of shoulder stand and inversion. You can slowly lift your feet off the floor. Keep the block in between your inner thighs if that's comfortable. If it's not, certainly take it away from your inner thighs and just stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. If your hamstrings are tight, feel free to bring a soft bend to your knees. Try to track your ankles and knees right over your hips. So you probably should be feeling your abdominal muscles dropping down to support the lift of the legs. If you can, flex the feet, imagining that there's 2 plates on the bottoms of each foot, and you're balancing those 2 plates. Heels stretching up towards the ceiling. Those that want to go a little deeper, if it's available to you, you can use those abdominal muscles to help now rise your hips off the block, coming into a fuller version of shoulder stand. Again, you can remove that block away from your inner thighs if that's not comfortable for you. If you're in the fuller version of shoulder stand with your spine away from the block, you're aligning your ankles, knees, and hips right over your shoulders. Hands are at that low back where the block was, sacrum, to help lift the hips up. Core is engaged to support you here. No pain in the neck. Breathe in. Wherever you are, start to lower yourself back down. Bend the knees, find the feet to the floor. Once you're grounded with your feet down, lift your hips back up, remove that block that's underneath you. Start to slowly lower your spine back down to the floor. And if you still have the block in between your inner legs, you can remove that now as well. And we'll bring your left knee in towards the belly for wind expeller. Left knee in, hands on the left shin bone, right hand higher, left hand lower. You can keep your right knee bent or begin to straighten the leg. Relax the shoulders down. Relax the jaw. On your next inhale, that left knee might come away from the body. And as you exhale, feel your left hip crease deepen. Maybe that left hip is hugging in a little bit more to guide the knee closer towards the chest. Slowly begin to now straighten your left leg up towards the sky. Left heel stretching up towards the ceiling. Right heel driving forward towards the front of the mat. Can you feel your left hip dropping down as your left heel rises up? And you can clasp your hands behind your left hamstring. And that's where we're stretching right now, is the back of the left leg or the hamstring. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, breathe fully. From this position, bend your right knee. So if your right leg is straight, bend it now. Go ahead and take your left ankle on top of your right knee for reclined pigeon. The left knee will open up. Watch that the hip doesn't shift down. Lift your right foot off the floor. Good. You have a couple options here. Personally, I like to take my thumbs and clamp them down to my hips to make sure my hips are not rising. Or you can clasp your hands behind your right hamstring. Or as you see Joanne and Drew, they have their hands over their right shin bone. Close your eyes here and feel that crease on both right and left side deepen as the knees come closer to the chest without curling the tailbone up. Feet are flexed and active. Slowly release your right foot back to the floor. Open up your arms like the letter T. Slide your left knee over your right. Pick up your hips so you can bump them towards the left side of the mat. And we're going for a spinal twist to the right. Knees go to the right. The head can look towards the left or just stay centered as you look up towards your ceiling. If you still have your block nearby and you're feeling too much tugging in the low back, feel free to put a block underneath the bent knees. Close your eyes. Feel your breath expand and open the left rib cage. Use your abdominal muscles, hugging them in to protect the low back as you lift your knees back up, uncross the legs, plant your 2 feet down, and then reset the hips to a centered position. Arms relax back down beside you. We'll go into wind expeller on the other side so your right knee hugs in towards the chest. Your left knee can stay bent or straighten the leg. Hands to the right shin bone. Left hand higher, right hand lower. Both feet are flexed. Left heel is stretching towards the front of your mat as the right knee is guided in towards the chest on the exhale. One more breath here. Now let's see what's going on our right hamstring, the back of the right leg. Slowly stretch that right heel up towards the ceiling. If the hamstring is tight, feel free to keep a soft bend to the knee. Clasp your hands behind your right hamstring. Relax your shoulders down. Feel your left heel stretch forward as your right heel lengthens up. Your next exhale might be an opportunity for your right leg to come a little bit closer towards the torso if it's available to you. Bend your left knee. Once you've bent your left knee, your right ankle goes on top of the left knee for reclined pigeon. Good. Watch that your right hip didn't dip down too low. Keep it centered with the left, and then lift your left foot off the floor. Either clasp your hands behind your left hamstring, your thumbs can hook your hips down, or you can go ahead and grab the front shin of the left leg. Feet are flexed and active here. As you close your eyes and take your next breath, notice what you're feeling in the outer right hip. Try and soften your hips down as the knees come closer towards the chest. And you can release now your left foot to the floor. Open up your arms like the letter T. Slide your right knee over your left. Before you come into your left twist, bump the hips towards the right side of the mat. Then allow the bent knees to roll off towards the left side of your mat. Your head can gaze towards the right arm, which is extended out, or eyes can be closed, facing the eyes up towards the ceiling. Feel your next inhale in your right ribs. Expansion, space, and open. And notice a wave of softness and release as you exhale. Draw the belly in to support the low back as you lift the knees back upright. Uncross the legs, 2 feet on the floor first, before you now reset your hips to a centered position. Let your arms relax down. We'll end our practice in goddess pose, so bring the bottoms of your feet together, allowing the knees to start to open up. Baddha Konasana legs. Blocks are lovely here to support the hips if there's any pulling in the groin or tightness in the hips. Left hand over the heart, right hand over the belly. If it's more comfortable, you can stretch your arms out like the letter T, or reach your arms over your head. All choices. Wherever you land, now land in your breath. Feel the rise and fall in your chest and belly of each inhale and exhale.